people of the internet, and we're back. It's season 4. We are back in GT3 Racing on ApexOnlineRacing.com. This is my qualifying lap, and as you can see straight away, I'm in the Bentley. I'm not in the McLaren. Times have changed. I like the McLaren. It's just not doing what I want it to do. It's not quick enough in the straights, and I fancy a bit of a challenge now, and I'm a different, thing for you guys to look at. By which I mean me. So this is Brno, round 1 of a 10 race championship. Once again, pro tier still, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get an easy ride of it, because there's some very, very quick guys in here. So this is my second run. I've already been out and felt I could do better, and as you can see, I'm currently up on my personal best by quite a chunk. There was like 4 or 5 guys here fighting for pole position, and I said at the start of this season that one of the things I wanted to do this season was to get a front row start, or a fastest lap, because I've never had either, and my best qualifying is 3rd. I didn't really necessarily want pole, but I want to be up there. I want to load the start and see no one in front of me, as Wizard very kindly gets out of my way. I'm not going to commentate on the lap because you can see the lap. If you don't want to listen to me, mute me. But you don't want to do it for long because there's some funny bits coming up. So I didn't. Now, this track. Last time we did this was season 1, and I was very, 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 very slow. I was like 3 seconds a lap slower than the next slowest car. So, I wasn't expecting great things, but I'm liking the feeling of this Bentley, to be honest. It's a bit leery, but it's working so well. And it's such a joy to drive, and that moment there is exactly the problem. Not problem, it's the fun of it, really. There's so much power and so much torque, it's unreal. But I got my pole position in the first race, I only just got it from Dr. Stones. But the top 5, any of us could have had pole position, to be honest. More like racing all over the world, and here we go, and what a start that was! I've dropped it, I've left everybody behind. See you later, guys, I'm out of here. 1,000,000 horsepower. I actually checked on the frames, and I reacted to the lights in 0.6 seconds, and I did 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and 0 to 100 in about 5 seconds. So this thing leapt off the line, and it was joyous to see. Now I'm going to look at the start again, because I was talking. This is on board with Mr. Alcon, who started 7th. He's already up to about 4th or 5th, and there was an incident between 3 cars, and he's into 2nd by turn 1. That's not bad for a start, is it? As he's now got Franglish in the Corvette all over him, and for the end of lap 1. And I've already got a 1.1 second gap to the cars behind. And now lap 2, end of lap 2, and Franglish is sizing up Mr. Alcon, as you can see. Now lap 3, because it was the end of lap 2, start lap 3. Do you see how that worked? That was just so you could see the gap, so where I was. Mr. Alcon's feeling the need to get a little bit defensive as Franglish jumps up his inside. Hello, I'm here, leave me space. But this is the thing about this circuit. It allows for racing. It really does allow for good racing. As you can see here, Dr. Stones. No, that's not Dr. Stones. I mean, Mr. Alcon. Too many titles in this league. As Franglish again goes for the upsy insides, into turn 3, I guess. Going for the switch back through turn 4. Can he do it? It's a little bit of a nudge, but all seems okay. And through he goes. Now I was a bit worried because I know how quick Franglish is. Mr. Alcon returned to the leagues from season 2. So I thought maybe he'd be a bit rusty, but he was certainly on it. And look at this. This is a screen you're going to see a lot, looking at the gap. At this point, Franglish said to me, I'm catching Stevie. And he was. He was 8 tenths behind me, which is the closest anybody had been to me since the start. I had half a second gap to 2nd place before turn 1 on the first lap. So this is an onboard lap with Franglish. So you can see where he was strong, where I was strong, and blah blah blah. And I'm not going to talk through all of it because it's going to be the most boring and difficult thing to commentate on ever, so I'm just going to shut up. I should point out at this point that there isn't actually smoke coming out of that car, the Bentley. I'm not, trying to distract him with fireworks or smoke screen or, I've not got a Pokemon in the back of my car going, smoke screen! Don't know why I went with Pokemon. You know what Pokemon in fucking years? It's a weird thing to say. I feel like I want to go and watch Pokemon now. I used to love, but then they changed it because then they started getting obsessive with it. And having, like, Pokemon designed on fucking ice cream cones. At which point you should be really saying, I think this is a bit old now. I just realised I'm a 23-year-old man that just said, I think I should go and watch Pokemon now. Where is my life going? And now, deep thought. The end is near. Live. And on a recording. I face my final just thought. For you guys. My friends, I'll make it clear, and I'll state my case, of which I am certain. I've raced on every corner. I was going to drive that Corvette this season. I really like the feel of it. On every street. But it's only got an 85 litre fuel tank now. Just right now. Nothing. That's empty all the time. The Bentley was 130 litres. Yes. The most amount of fuel, the most amount of powers, the most amount of wheel spins. That's what the Bentley does. It doesn't do things normally. It does things exaggerating, which is why I like it. As you can see, I started to build a bit of a gap to Franglish. Funny enough, that lap where you were on board with him, well, not really on board, chasing him, and he said he was catching me, I then went on to set my personal best lap of the race. For the time being. My personal best up till that point. My first lap in the 59s. Also, Franglish, I hope you watch this. I was bragging, like, I've never been in the 201s. I hit 201 like on lap 3 and just didn't notice. So, Franglish has already pitted, hence the massive gap. So I'm now going. I think I could have got to the end on the same set of tyres, but I knew on pace I had Franglish covered on fresh tyres. I thought I'm not going to risk. And before the pit stops, I had about a 10-second gap. 10-12 second gap, so I thought there's no harm in pitting and then just carrying on where the race resumed, and then if he's got any pace I've got something to deliver, to fight back with, because I'm not going to lie, I was pushing, certainly in the early stages, but I wasn't on all out attack just because I knew I was naturally extending the gap without having to push. I pushed when I needed to. I pushed on my in-laps because AOR Benjamin, or Finch, or AOR Raikkonen, I should say, was saying that the undercut's very powerful, so I was very aware of that, which is why I only left it a couple of laps to pit, because I still had a lot of grip left on my tyres, so I just bung in a couple of hot laps before I pitted. And as you can see, the gaps, it's come down a little bit to 10 seconds, but I've still got a comfortable-ish margin. Not enough that I can dawdle, but enough that if I keep my pace to a steady level, I should keep ahead. But it's Franglish, and I'm very aware how quick he is. I'm doing the shutting up thing again. This is, you're now on board with me for my fastest lap of the race, by the way. I should say that. I should have said that at the start of this lap, but I didn't. Interesting fact. My fastest lap of the race was 0.06 of a second faster than my pole time, with 42 litres of fuel. So I don't think I got the maximum out of that Bentley anyway. It says it all, really, doesn't it? This car felt so nice to drive. It's the first time in a really long time that I've properly just enjoyed driving around with the setup on the car, and certainly in a race. It's usually you're battling people, and the thing is, this is the first time I've led a race from the front. That doesn't make sense. Of course you lead from the front, but it's like the first time I've led from the start, and been in the lead the whole time. Other times I've had to overtake. And you can look after fuel and tyres and brakes and everything so much easier when you're in the lead. And you just react to what the guy behind does. It's so much easier than fighting. It's more fun to fight people. Not saying I didn't enjoy this, but oh yeah. I was going round, you know, and now the end is near, and so I face my final corner. My friends, I'll make it clear, and I'll state my case, of which I am certain. I've raced on every corner, and I've raced on every straight bit. But right now, I'm going into the wall. Oh no, I'm fine. Oh. Well, I wasn't as big as a moment as I thought it was going to be. Sorry for over-dramatising that one. You know, we'll go over it. Yeah, you saw this as a lot, didn't you? I thought you might. There was nothing else I could show to make it to pad the video out a little bit. But here we go. The final lap. That gap, that 29-second gap, by the way, is flattered by the fact that Frankish had to pit for more fuel, which is what I thought would happen. So, I won. I did a win. I did a winning thing. It was so nice to win. It was really nice to lights to flag win. I led every single lap, and I led every session, basically, apart from one. There's the results. In history, I got the fastest lap, I got pole position, and I won the race. Boosh, friggin' boosh. That's the grid, by the way. There's a few more that didn't race in that one, but, you know, apologies for my phone going boopy doop boop. And I like it, I like it, I like it.